Everyone, Ronnie Rowe back again this week. This is Christmas week for another week of Ronnie Rowe designs in cross stitch. Hey, like I say, it's Christmas week. Only a few more days left before Christmas Day. I don't know where you are, but where I am, it's supposed to. The weatherman said we're going to hit a temperature of 1. That doesn't sound good to me, but anyway, that's what's happening here on the East Coast. We're getting that big cold front come through. Um, I had a big cold front come through this week, and I'm going to tell you about here shortly. Um, Something happened to me this week has never happened to me in 43 years of cross stitch. So anyway, that's a story we're going to share with you shortly. What did I have to do tonight? I got some notes written down. What am I going to do? Oh, well, Merry Christmas to everyone. Hope you have a great holiday season. One question, some of the questions that came in this week, but one question came to me was, who stitches my work? Do I have people stitching for me? And the simple answer to that is no. I stitch all of my stuff myself. I don't have anybody out stitching anything for me. I just don't. Um, Never had anybody offer, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. But even if they did, I'm not. I don't. I really don't want somebody to stitch something for me. I think if somebody goes to all the trouble to stitch one of these designs, they ought to keep it and have it framed for themselves, not stitch it for me, because I do stitch all my designs myself. The only time I've ever had somebody stitch with me was when I first started back in the early 80s, ever when it was. My mother at the time, she did a lot of needlework. She did a lot of crocheting, and she wanted to stitch some of mine. And she did stitch some of my models, and it's very helpful. And so I still have those. And so that's the only time. And that was for a time of maybe 5 years or so. But since then, I stitch all my own stuff. And I'll show you Morning Light, my progress with that shortly. And obviously, you can see what I've stitched. Um, Morning Light. Where am I on Morning Light? I don't know how many of you, I don't know where Tammy is. I haven't heard from Tammy. I'd like to know how much she's gotten done. I've gotten right much work done this week on Morning Light. I got the house done. As you can see, the sky's coming along. Aha, we're getting a little house with the rays coming down on the house. That's where we were. Before we were on I guess you're looking at the left side of the tree. But now we've got the little house, and I should finish this thing up. I'm guessing in a couple weeks, maybe, and then we'll take and frame it all up and mat it and put glass in it and show you the final product. But this has been a fun project. I'm really happy how the light came down, coming down on the roof in that area right there. So I'm I'm really happy about that. Colors came together very, very well, I thought. So anyway, that's my project, Morning Light, and I know some of you have got the PDF file. I hope you started it. If you haven't, I don't know, put it on the back burner at some point in time in your life. Maybe you'll get around to it. So I hope you do. I really do. And if you do, please send me your progress. I like to see these things stitched someone else has done. Because I do know, like I've said before, a lot of people buy my stuff and it takes a while to do. And so I don't know if they get disinterested or find another project they'd like to start on and, multiple projects. I only work on one at a time until now. But what I'm going to show you in a minute is what happened to me. I'm working on another one. The next project we're going to be doing, I talked about swimming. I've got that in the works. I've still got the one in the works. Where is it? Can't even find it now. But anyway, the one with the mountains and the rocks, the blue rocks, and we'll have some rocks in a little shed. We're still working on that. I can't even find it. But anyway, we've got that in the design phase right now. So working on that project. Not a lot more going on this week, other than the tragedy happened to me this week. And I'm going to tell you what happened. Last week, I showed you 4 pictures and two of them were horses, and two of them were musical instruments. That was shipped back to me from a shop. Going back a little bit, this past March, I had a dear friend of mine, Lindy, at the Silver Needle in Oklahoma. She was asked me at the market, could she borrow some of my models to take back to the shop and display them for a period of time? And I said, sure, absolutely. And I've done that a lot over the years. I've excuse me, I've lent models to countless numbers of shops all over the country. That has my designs. Um, they buy my patterns, so I try to furnish them the design if they like to have it, and it was no exception to the Silver Needle. She took them back with her, and about 3 weeks ago, I decided to said, well, I need these back because there is a show coming up. I'm going to be putting some pictures in. I don't know which ones I'll be using, but called the people up, and they were gracious enough to say, yeah, sure, we'll pack these things up and send them back to you. And what I showed you last week, the 4 pictures, they came back. They were fine, but they sent 2 boxes back. And one of the boxes they had was a picture I had done here fairly recently, one of the ones that I had won some awards on, some national awards. It was a picture called Flight, and that was the one with the space shuttle, Leonardo da Vinci. I know you've seen it on my website. It's a huge picture. It took lots and lots of time to do that picture. Well, I kept getting a notice. And first of all, the ones that they sent back from the Silver Needle were packed wonderfully. I mean, they did a phenomenal job of taking these 4 pictures and boxing them and putting pads around them and glass. They, of course, all of them had glass. But anyway, I was waiting for the one picture they'd sent separately, a huge picture called Flight. And I got notification from UPS that they had would be delivering it at a certain time, and a certain time came and went, didn't see the package. And to make a long story short, our friendly folks at UPS decided to completely 100% destroy that picture. I mean, gone. They sent me a notification that it was destroyed in transit and that they'd thrown it away. It's all been thrown away. So, hey, those things happen. I mean, that's life. But that's the first time that's ever happened to me in 43 years of people sending me stuff back. And there's a phone call I'm not going to take because, oh, it's my sister-in-law. But anyway, so anyway, I got in touch with Lindy at the shop, and they were wonderful and sent them back the notification I'd gotten from UPS. And so they're looking into it. But anyway, that's the only picture that I have never, ever restitched a picture of all the ones I've done in these years. I've never gone back and restitched a picture. And but Flight, I'm going to. That's my next project is Flight. And I cut my material a couple days ago. Got it all marked up. Went out, bought plenty of 844. That's what I used on Flight. Bought plenty of floss, and got my piece of material. And so I'm going to restitch that, and I'm going to reframe it just like I had it done before. This is the only one that I have really gone back and restitched. Right now, where I am on Flight, this is big. And I know some people out there have done this. This is one small step. That's where I am. I've got a long ways to go on this before it will be completed. And many months of work. And so that was what was really the most, I don't know, making myself feel bad. But that was the worst thing about it is all the time you invest in design and stitching this thing. I mean, it's a lot of work in there. So, but anyway, those things happen. I talked to Lindy back in the Silver Needle, and if this is the worst thing that happens in our life, we're okay. These things happen. But anyway, I wasn't thrilled about it, but ain't much I can do about it either. So anyway, that's what I'm working on is flight, and after I finish morning light, I'm gonna be starting a new one, and I'll let you know. I haven't made my mind up. What it might be swimming, and the swim one I'm going to do. I'm not sure. It all depends on how far along I get with the other ones with the mountains, and I told you the river. I want to do something along those lines. So anyway, that is what's going on in my world. Other than that, we're going to try to stay warm here in Hampton, Virginia. I hope each and every one of you have a wonderful holiday. I hope you have a safe holiday and get to eat plenty, visit friends and family, and by all means, but the most important place, please be safe over the holidays. And I wish every one of you a very, very Merry Christmas. I don't know if I'm going to have a video next Wednesday, next week or not. Haven't made up my mind yet because we do have some more family coming in and things. So we'll see how that goes. But if I do get a lot of stitching done on this morning light, I probably will for a short one. But anyway, stay tuned to that. And again, uh, thank you. And what I will be doing the first of the year, I'm going to do a recap of this year, of what I've done this year. And not that you're interested, but anyway, that's something I saw someone else wanted to do as a recap. All these people do recaps. I don't know why. They go back, news medias, they go back and, oh, we're going to recap the year. Has it been that great? Some of the stuff you see, hasn't been all that great to me. So, but anyway, we're going to do a recap, just keeping in tradition along the lines with everyone else. So that's what people do that make videos. Weekly, they go back and tell all that stuff again, like somebody's really interested. But anyway, hopefully you are. So anyway, again, Merry Christmas and a very, very happy New Year to each and every one of you. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.